Well, I had the pleasure of working with the Highwaymen for about 5 years. And the Highwaymen was Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash and Chris Christopherson. This is a story about Willie, who happens to be one of the sweetest people I ever met in my life. I don't think I'm giving away any big secrets to divulge that Willie will smoke a cigarette once in a while and has controlled substances. It happens. We had a show in Canada, and people on his bus, or his crew, decided it would be a good idea to go through the bus and make sure there wasn't any contraband or paraphernalia or anything that would cause a problem in customs, and get it off the bus. So they did. They vacuumed and swept and did everything. And there was a rumor, just a rumor, that they took everything that they did find and put it in a plastic bag and pulled over the side of the road of the interstate before they got to the border and buried it. So we went on into Canada and played the show, and everything was fine. And when we came back, the band was in one bus and Willie was in another bus with some of his people. And we came through customs in the band, and our bus went right through. They decided to detain Willie and search his bus. They got dogs and put them on there, but the dogs alerted big time. And they searched everywhere. They searched the trash chute and under the beds, everywhere you could imagine. And they kept Willie for about 3.5 hours and questioned him. And another rumor, the customs agent said, if you will just give us what you have, we'll let you pay a fine and you can be on your way. And he said, I'm sorry, I don't have anything. Well, they searched and searched and searched, and they didn't find anything. And I guess the dogs probably, if they could have talked, they would have said, you can't see it. Later on, we figured out that there was so much residue on the carpets and the drapes and stuff from smoking, and that it smelled like contraband to the dog. So anyway, they couldn't find anything, and they let him go, and the customs agents escorted him across the border to the truck stop where we had been waiting all the time and talking to him back and forth on the phone, and beginning to get real worried about the next gig and the rest of the tour, to be honest with you. But we got on the bus, and that's really what was happening. He was sitting on the back lounge smoking a big cigarette. So it's kind of funny now, but believe me, at the time it was not funny. I got one more Highwayman story. We played overseas 2 or 3 times, did some tours over there. One of the places we went was Australia. And we flew into Brisbane the first time, and the Stars, the guys on the four front men had gotten there 2 or 3 hours before us. We checked in the hotel. It was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I decided to go walking around, see what was around the hotel. I'd never been to Australia before. So I go walking down the street. I get about 2 blocks away from the hotel, and here comes Johnny Cash walking up the sidewalk, dressed in black, carrying 2 humongous suitcases. Well, Johnny's a pretty recognizable figure. I mean, people were looking at him, walking, carrying his suitcases. So I walked up and said, where are you going, John? He said, I'm going back to the hotel. I said, what's the suitcases for? He said, well, June went shopping, and I got to send all this stuff back home. I got to have something to send it in. So Johnny Cash is walking with the suitcases, empty suitcases. June was a sweetheart, but she had a black belt in shopping.
Heck yeah.
She liked to shop, and she knew how to do it very well. And in just 3 hours, she had bought 2 suitcases full, probably more than that, and they had to worry about sending it back home. But I thought that was pretty cool, seeing Johnny Cash walk down the sidewalk with suitcases.